some more. Well, Miss Foster? No! Order, order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm waiting for an explanation. I'm quite sure this note wasn't leaked to the public, and yet this witness knew exactly what the note said. Almost like she was related to it. I'm jumping to conclusions here. It's like the Phantom Toll Booth. I'm jumping to conclusions. Anyway, obscure reference. I don't know if the Phantom Toll Booth is obscure or not. That's right, a person that no one would have suspected. Have you figured it out, kitten? Yep. The third person that knew the contents of the note was... And that person is Dahlia Hawthorne. Dahlia Hawthorne? I've never heard that name before. Look at the victim's note. This is what it says. Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time. There's her name right there. What's this? So who is this person? This Dahlia Hawthorne? Miss Fay must be desperate if she's trying to bring the dead back to life. The dead? Jeepers! Jinkies! She was killed in a crime 5 years ago. Killed in a crime? You don't mean... Yes, she was kidnapped and killed by Terry Falls. Wait a second. I got something to say. You said she was killed, but was she really? What are you implying? Of course, people thought she had died 5 years ago. Gotta sip my coffee. When she fell off of Dusky Bridge and was lost in the Eagle River. However, her corpse was never found. She was declared legally dead 5 years ago. As far as the law is concerned, Dahlia Hawthorne is officially dead. But the fact remains that her body was never recovered. Dahlia Hawthorne was 14 years old 5 years ago. If she were still alive, she would be 19 now. Melissa Foster. I believe that's the same age you are. Ah! Even you couldn't. Miss Fay, you're not saying... No, I'm implying. That's precisely what I'm saying. / implying. This witness before us is the girl that was kidnapped and killed, quote-unquote killed, 5 years ago. This girl is in fact Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. What? Nice work. That was like tossing a grenade into a 3-alarm fire. I don't even know what that means, Armando, but I'm going to agree with you. Unless you can tie all the loose ends together, you're nothing but a hit-and-run arsonist. I understand. If I can expose her true nature, I can turn this whole case on its head. Now's my chance to make Mr. Edgeworth squirm. Witness, just who are you anyway? I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have an admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. You don't mean... Yes. The prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Edgeworth, you knew about this whole time. What did he say? Ha! It looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity. Edgeworth, you sack of shit. No way, but then why? If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But I thought she died 5 years ago? We thought so as well. But, well, as you can see, why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. Says who? She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win. At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, she lost something much more precious, her sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. Well, yeah, if you do follow the logical through line, it implies if she's the real culprit, then it means that she murdered her sister. Well, shit. Somehow he's turned it around on me. I think you need a little push in the right direction, kitten. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Was that Mia or Armando? Yeah, it was Armando. I thought so. This crazy coffee addict. Objection. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. He's not old. What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. I am sweating bullets. Thank you very much. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No. I love his confidence. It inspires me. I'm gonna have some coffee with him. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me. The rashness of youth. How charming. This coming from someone younger than me. Now then, let's not waste any more time. So basically, Edgeworth and Mia are like two kids on the internet calling each other Unk. Shit. I think we want to present this again. I should be saving. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet. This is the note she left. It says, "Talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out." Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie, to keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye, if you like fiction, that is. Well, this whole game is fiction. What's your point? Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was this secret that was so important? Where is your evidence? Dahlia and Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh yes, I know the secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. I'm gonna safety save right here. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Safety save. Alright, now that safety save is over, we can continue. Practice safe gaming, everyone. Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago, we believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important... I need water. Such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Ugh. Very well. I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it'll be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little maple leaf? Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide behind your womanly wiles. I thought it was your feminine wiles. Anyway. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Fay? Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info. That ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right, it was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. I do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned by... Yeah, me and Dahlia. And Valerie, too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is your best shot, Mia. That's her secret. "5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Yes, as a tutor. You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls. No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house to tutor me. In what subject? Okay. We're already starting to see some strange things here. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade, and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still uncut, so it was about the size of a pint of milk. A $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister Valerie make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think you wanted to make the exchange up there on that mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamond to the mountain, and... after she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. I don't doubt she's telling the truth on this one. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow, I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. From behind, okay. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm, he let go of me. And you fell backward? I turned to try and run away, but Oh, you were going the other direction? I turned to try and run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large, bloodthirsty grin. So dramatic. Bloodthirsty grin. Oh. And in the next instant, I went splishy-splashy in the river. I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shove from behind, that was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. I don't think we need to press the rest of this. I think we got what we need right here. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. What? I asked that the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind, as you would have claimed, instead of being carried away by the river, I didn't even think about that. You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. A most certain death. Because during all the cinematics, it, makes it look like the river is directly underneath the gap in the bridge. The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. For all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. Ugh! You're right. If the events occurred just as the witness has testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? I don't know. Just a moment, Your Honor. I love when Edgeworth looks like an angry vampire. It's so good. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now. When I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. Thinking about this. I'm thinking for a second. It's an interesting detail. Well, she keeps changing our story. That's what the interesting detail is. I don't know. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. We wouldn't have been able to... I'm not sure about that. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Does it now? Yeah, those guardrails are way too high to... Is that what we caught him on? like the guardrails on the side. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this wouldn't be a problem for him. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. But he just said he was shot in the arm. And more importantly, Mallory Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So he couldn't have, picked her up and threw her over. So Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge, that is clearly impossible.